Hello, my name is Jay, and welcome back to my Tech Vault. And today, I'm going to be giving my buddy his first gaming PC. Now, a little bit of the background story behind this is that a couple weeks ago I found out that one of my friends does not actually have a gaming PC, but instead has been playing console. So recently, a bunch of his friends and my friends and all that stuff, we put our money together and we pulled some money together to build him a PC, and we pretty much have assembled a pretty impressive PC. The budget that I think I spent on this was what I actually spent on this was $100 because people donated parts and stuff. And it was not anything crazy. But in reality, this PC is probably equivalent to about a $300, $400 gaming PC, and I definitely think that he will really, really enjoy this. So we're going to say that this is going to be probably one of the cooler videos that I do. So we're going to go actually drop this off to him at the end. We're going to show up to his house, drop it off, and show him all the cool stuff about it. The cable management, I apologize, it's kind of horrible, but that's just simply because of the non-modular power supply. But I'll probably work on fixing it up later on in the video, as you'll see when I rebuild this. But let's go over the specs, because the specs are something else too. So we've got an Intel i7. I think this is an 8700. Now, the reason why I chose this processor is because it's got its 4 processing threads, but it's also got itself a wonderful price tag. It's pretty much just rocking $24, I think $25. The motherboard I already had, I think I paid like $15 for it. So that's kind of putting us up already. I've got some sticks of RAM in there, some of which I think I paid for less than $8, but there's some DDR3, which that pretty much puts us at a really, really nice spot because all that all together is relatively cheap. It's less than $50, and I've got 2 hard drives in here, and then I've got also an SSD in here. So that pretty much means that this thing is pretty good. And it's a 200 gigabyte SSD, and then also 2 500 gig drives, pretty much leaving a terabyte worth of storage for him to use for games, and also an SSD so things run pretty quick. We've also got ourselves a GTX 1060 3 gigabyte. Now this is something that my friend donated, and we were all getting together, and he's like, hey, actually I paid like $20 for this because he needed some. I was going to give him some money for it, but for the most part, I got it for $20, which is not what you'd be able to get with it. So it was pretty much more of a donation, and that was under the circumstance that it was going in this PC for him, and that's what I'm doing with it. So yes, Connor, you're watching. That's where it is. That's where it ended up. Also, the power supply. I think this is one of the cheap power supplies I got, but this is actually a rated power supply. I think it's 80 silver. I don't recognize the brand on it, but it's been a trusted one. I've been using it on other builds for a while, and so I'm not worried about that power supply at all. I've also put a disc player in there just in case. Got a nice case as well. This is actually a case that's really close to my heart because this is the original PC case that was one of the first budget PCs that I did. It was I think it was a $75 budget PC, but this was one of the first budget systems that I did, and that was in this case. And I think it's going to go to a great home, especially because I'm trying to clean up a little bit more and try to get a little bit more space up here. So that's where this is going, that's where the case is going, and that's where a lot of the hardware is going. But now let's sit down. We're going to first off build the sucker, actually show you like the building process, all the parts, all that cool stuff. And then we're going to go through and test it in some games, because this thing, I've already tested it just to make sure everything was working before I sat down and did this video. My first gameplay I got a nice dub on Apex Legends. So yeah, it plays very well. Just a spoiler. And then we're going to drop this off at his house, and you can, of course, watch his reaction and stuff for that as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so here we are. We have 70 FPS in the lobby. Let's real quick play a game. We've got a microphone set up, so we should be good. Audio should be always on. Open mic, we should be all good to play and see exactly how all this performs. So without further ado, let's play a quick couple games of Legends and see how well it actually plays with, I think 60 FPS is kind of what we're getting right now. Make sure VSync is not on. Vertical sync disabled. Let's apply that real quick. Okay, so now we're getting the FPS we should be. So we don't have VSync on. 84 FPS, let's see how well we play during our game. Hey, help me punch this dude. Help me punch him. Knocked one down. Let's say we push in. Knocked one down. Yeah. So besides my horrible gameplay, that was not too bad. Got a kill and pretty decent knockdown, but I haven't played this game in a bit. But anyway, for just a little bit of fooling around and stuff, I averaged about 60 FPS, which is perfect for my friend. So now let's go over, drop this off at his house, and get his reaction to that, of course, and yeah, see how he likes it.